I woke up one morning and I felt nothing. Not sadness, not anger, just an empty space where passion and purpose used to live. It was terrifying. I had achieved everything I thought I wanted, the successful career, the recognition, the corner office. But inside, I was a hollow shell. My work, once a source of joy and energy, became a heavy weight. I dragged myself through each day, my mind foggy, my body exhausted. This was burnout. It had crept in silently, stealing my spark and leaving me depleted. For months I ignored the signs. I told myself it was just stress, a temporary slump. I pushed harder, worked longer, convinced myself that success would fill the void. But it didn't. The emptiness grew, spreading like a virus, infecting every area of my life. I withdrew from friends, neglected my family, and abandoned the activities that once brought me joy. I was adrift in a sea of emptiness, unsure of how I got there, and even more lost on how to find my way back. This wasn't the life I envisioned. I was living proof that success without fulfillment is a hollow victory. I had achieved the external markers of accomplishment, but at what cost? My health, my relationships, my very sense of self had been sacrificed at the altar of achievement. I knew I couldn't continue down this path. I had to find a way back to myself, to reclaim my joy and rediscover my purpose. This was the beginning of my journey back from burnout. Burnout is more than just feeling tired. It is a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged or excessive stress. It leaves you feeling drained, overwhelmed, and unable to cope with the demands of life. The impact of burnout extends far beyond the workplace, infiltrating every aspect of your life. It strains relationships, fractures your sense of self, and leaves you feeling lost and alone. Professionally, burnout manifests as decreased productivity, lack of motivation, and difficulty concentrating. You may find yourself making mistakes, missing deadlines, and struggling to find the energy to engage in your work. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy, self-doubt, and a sense of failure, further fueling the cycle of burnout. Personally, burnout can lead to social withdrawal, irritability, and difficulty sleeping. You may find yourself neglecting your health, relying on unhealthy coping mechanisms, and withdrawing from the people who care about you. Burnout can also exacerbate existing mental health conditions, leading to increased anxiety, depression, and feelings of hopelessness. It is a silent epidemic, slowly eroding our well-being and leaving us feeling depleted and disconnected. The journey back from burnout is not a sprint, but a marathon. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a commitment to prioritizing your well-being. The first step is acknowledging the problem. Recognize the signs of burnout in your own life and accept that you need to make changes. This can be a difficult step, as it often involves confronting deeply ingrained beliefs about work ethic and self-worth. Once you acknowledge the problem, you can begin to address the root causes. This may involve setting boundaries, delegating tasks, or even making significant life changes. It is important to identify the sources of stress in your life and develop strategies for managing them. This could include practicing mindfulness, engaging in regular exercise, or seeking professional support. Recovery from burnout is not a linear process. There will be setbacks and challenges along the way. It is important to be patient with yourself and celebrate small victories. Remember that self-care is not selfish but essential. Taking time for yourself to rest, recharge, and engage in activities that bring you joy is crucial for rebuilding your resilience and preventing burnout from recurring. Self-care is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Just as a car needs fuel to run, our minds and bodies need nourishment to function optimally. Self-care is the art of refilling our wells, replenishing our energy reserves so we can show up fully in our lives. It is about prioritizing our well-being, both physically and emotionally, so we can navigate the challenges of life with resilience and grace. Self-care looks different for everyone. It's about identifying what brings you joy, what nourishes your soul, and making time for those activities. It could be as simple as taking a walk in nature, reading a good book, or spending time with loved ones. It could also involve pursuing creative endeavors, engaging in physical activity, or seeking professional support. The key is to make self-care a non-negotiable part of your routine. Schedule it into your day, just as you would any other important appointment. And remember, self-care is not about perfection, but about progress. It's about making small, sustainable changes that support your overall well-being. By prioritizing self-care, we invest in our own resilience, enabling us to navigate the inevitable challenges of life with greater ease and grace. Burnout is a wake-up call, a signal that something needs to change. It is an opportunity to reevaluate your priorities, set healthy boundaries, and reclaim your joy. Recovery is possible, but it requires a conscious choice to prioritize your well-being. It's about choosing to rise above the exhaustion, to reclaim your power, and to create a life that is both successful and fulfilling. This journey is not about becoming someone else, but about rediscovering who you truly are. It's about peeling back the layers of exhaustion and rediscovering the spark that lies within. It's about embracing your imperfections, celebrating your strengths, and choosing to live a life that is authentically yours. The path to recovery is not always easy, but it is worth it. By prioritizing your well-being, you not only heal yourself, but you also inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon of hope, demonstrating that it is possible to thrive even in the face of adversity. Choose to rise. Choose to reclaim your joy. Choose to live a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling.